Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of Thought Experiment Simulator, to our little dilemma game. Let's continue with our dilemmas and philosophies. So, last time we finished the Veil of Ignorance, and now we're doing Sorites paradox. I'm not sure I know this one actually. Let's see. The Sorites paradox involves a gradual change where small increments are indistinguishable. If one grain doesn't make a heap, adding grains will never create a heap. It challenges our understanding of boundaries and definitions, highlighting the difficulty in pinpointing precise transitions. Oh, okay. I understand it. I never heard of it. Plato, my friends, today I wish to puzzle our minds with the Sorites paradox. It posits that if one grain does not constitute a heap, then no amount of single grains ever will. How shall we approach this? Intriguing, it seems to challenge the very essence of categorization. At what point does quantity transform into quality? This is a matter of defining precise points in vague conditions. The paradox challenges us to question how we perceive incremental changes and at what point these changes lead to a new reality. And yet, without clear definitions, we flounder. Must there not be a moment when something becomes, even if it is not clear when? The way of nature is gradual, like the uncarved block becoming a sculpture. Each grain, each moment in time, is a part of a greater whole that we must perceive with the inner eye. You suggest a perception beyond the physical, more intuitive? While intuition has its place, we must not forsake the rigor of categorization. Perhaps through potentiality and actuality, we can explain this transformation. Can your categories truly capture the seamless flow of nature? The heap, like the Tao, is ever changing and undefinable in absolute terms. This brings us back to our paradox. If we accept that definitions are fluid, how do we apply logic to the world around us? Or perhaps we must accept that some aspects of reality are meant to be experienced rather than dissected. Yet without dissection, how do we philosophize? How do we advance knowledge? And so, in discussing heaps and grains, we are really discussing the broader question of the forms of reality and illusion. Each grain adds to the heap in the eyes of the beholder. Maybe the heap exists only when acknowledged by the observer. It seems then that our discussion takes us from mere grains to the essence of perception and existence itself. Okay. So let's play it.
Oh, you're here. Splendid! Just so you know, this isn't our usual infinite running and collecting thing. It's more about pondering whether those diamonds you're collecting are, well, significant or not. Enjoy the philosophical run.
Okay, so... Oh, we playing the Google offline game kind of thing, right? Do I even need to duck for those? There's no point collecting the top ones, right? It feels like. Okay, he says it's not endless, so I'm thinking, do I get hit on purpose?
Oh no!
Oops.
The dino tipped over an obstacle! But hey, you collected some diamonds. Now the big question. Do you consider this a heap of diamonds? You have two options. One, press the right button to restart and keep collecting from where you left off. Or two, press the left button to verify if you've collected a heap. Just a heads up, if you verify and it's not a heap, your diamonds will be halved. Choose wisely.
Well, we need to get the endings anyway, so... Okay, I've collected a lot.
That didn't work out.
Not a heap.
So
Okay.
your diamonds are halved.
Okay, I'm just gonna check. Heap secret room. Okay.
Wait, you're not supposed to do that. Whoa! 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 Where? How on earth did you get here? This is a confidential space. Okay, there's really nothing to see here. It's just important recording room stuff. Seriously, go back, play the game, collect some diamonds. Okay, this place is not a part of the adventure.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So we need to get a lot of diamonds to get above the line then. So we need to run for like, I don't know if a minute, but... It doesn't matter how strongly I press W, he jumps always the same amount. Just low-key annoying for collecting the diamonds up top, because I feel like I'm missing a lot on the bottom when that happens. Like, you cannot collect 100%. I mean, not that it matters, but just the thought. Since it's a thinking game, right? So we think a lot. Okay, like 30 more seconds maybe, and that should be enough. It should be enough, I think. I wanna see if he says something else if I trip like this.
Looks like we're back here again. How's that diamond collection coming along? Ready to restart? Or feeling brave enough to check for a heap this time?
Yeah, check. If I still have the last ones, then it should reach the top. Come on, please. Okay, does that count? They cannot move to the right anymore, so yeah, let's go. Okay, there we go.
Congratulations! That's quite an achievement. You've made a heap. Now we'll clear all those diamonds and you can start fresh. Feel free to try again or explore other thought experiments for a different challenge.
Yeah, let's go different. Okay, that one was simple. I like the concept. I like the paradox of it. Because yeah, it is true. It's often like if you want to build something for yourself, right? Like you... Even this channel, to be honest, I mean, I've just started and it's like, well, I don't see anything happening now, but... And I might not see anything happening in months, but then suddenly something might be big. Like this channel might be big. Okay, infinite monkey. The infinite monkey theorem posits that given enough time, a monkey randomly pressing keys on a typewriter will eventually produce any given text, illustrating the idea that with unlimited attempts, highly improbable events can occur. Oh, I've heard about it. Okay, I've heard about it. I've stumbled upon a fascinating theory that might tickle our intellects, the infinite monkey theorem. It suggests giving infinite time, a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter will eventually type out any given text, say Shakespeare's work. Yeah, I remember the example was with Shakespeare. Ah, a curious notion indeed. It speaks to the Taoist belief in the infinite nature of the universe and the myriad possibilities within it. The endless typing of the monkey mirrors the endless transformations of the Tao, where even the most improbable can manifest. Intriguing, yet from a dialectical perspective, it raises questions about necessity and randomness. The theorem implies a linear progression towards a predetermined outcome, reminiscent of the historical dialectic, though through randomness rather than reason. Indeed, it challenges our understanding of creativity and authorship. Is genius truly unique, or just a statistical inevitability given enough time and trials? The journey of the monkey, much like our own, is one of natural flow. It does not strive, yet through its action, all text becomes possible. This reflects the Taoist view that inaction can lead to the fulfillment of all actions. A poetic notion, yet the deterministic undertone cannot be ignored. The theorem assumes that given enough time, complexity arises from simplicity. A reflection of the dialectical process where thesis and antithesis lead inevitably to synthesis. Perhaps it also speaks to the human condition. Despite our consciousness, are we not also subject to the whims of chance? Our greatest achievements, then, might be less about individual brilliance and more about the vast tapestry of possibilities. It underlines the importance of humility. In the grand scheme of the cosmos, even the greatest minds are but monkeys at typewriters, their wisdom a gift of time and infinite possibility. Yet, it is through this randomness that the absolute, the ultimate truth can emerge. Each stroke of the monkey's typewriter is a step in the unfolding of reason across the fabric of history. A delightful synthesis of our thoughts. Though the theorem may seem trivial on the surface, it provides a profound commentary on fate, freedom, and the essence of creativity. As the river flows endlessly, so the possibilities of existence. The monkey's endeavor is a dance with the eternal, a play of the infinite within the finite. I think it's both. I think it's learnable to some degree, but also a bit of chance. I mean, for humans at least, right?
You've stumbled upon a peculiar place where a single button can unleash a torrent of alphabetical mess. You might think it's just a simple game of typing, but don't be deceived. Every click is a part of a larger chaos. Disconnected. Seems your letters have decided to take a little vacation.
What is this?
What in the... Where did you find that disc? You're human, not a real monkey. The bananas aren't meant for you.
Wait, two small ones is a big one. Does that help?
Are you trying to feed an invisible monkey army?
Can we get an E?
I think we're losing sight of our goal here. Bananas are fun, but words are the target.
Okay, finally. Jesus.
A full word. Well done! Now if we could just minimize the banana interruptions, we'd be unstoppable. Ah, you found the infinite switch. I must confess, even I realize that endlessly tapping might make the most patient person impatient. So consider this a small mercy to spare your clicking finger. Enjoy the show, let the monkey do its work. What the heck is happening here? Now we have a giant banana and a monkey hand grabbing it? This is turning into something completely unexpected. Focus on typing, please. Not on growing and collecting bananas.
The chaos of this game
Another
is
round of bananas.
immaculate.
Turning into a jungle instead of a
more
typing
time.
experiment. Congratulations! The whole word! It's a shame all those bananas make it hard to focus on more. Every banana is another step away from our experimental goals. Please get back on track.
We got all endings though, so I'm not sure what else we might get here. I'm gonna wait for this to finish.
The bananas
and
keep coming. Can we please get back to the actual experiment?
then... We are still doing experiment, my friend.
Enough with the banana game! I'm pulling the disc now. We need to see your typed words, not just a screen full of fruit. Oh, still here typing away these mysterious new glyphs, are you? It's truly a testament to human endurance. Or perhaps just a remarkable level of boredom. And nonetheless, if it's these unconventional alphabets that capture your fancy, who am I to judge? Keep going, my diligent friend. Keep going.
Okay, can we get the last one? Yeah. Oh, bless me. Okay, so I just get this one. Fair enough. Okay. So, Famous Violinist. The Famous Violinist scenario is a thought experiment in the defense of abortion. It presents a situation where one is connected to a violinist without consent, drawing parallels to unplanned pregnancies to argue for a woman's rights to abortion based on bodily autonomy. What? Drawing parallels to unplanned pregnancies to argue for... I'm not sure I ever heard about this. Like, ever. Have any of you heard about the Famous Violinist scenario? It's a thought experiment used in discussion about abortion and bodily autonomy. No, I haven't. Could you elaborate on it? Imagine waking up connected to a famous violinist who is seriously ill. His survival depends on being biologically linked to you for 9 months. You didn't consent to this, it was done without your knowledge to save his life. Intriguing. It forces us to confront the issue of using one's body against their will. It echoes the dilemmas faced by women in case of unplanned pregnancies. Exactly, it's about whenever one's body can be used without their consent. It raises questions about moral obligations to others versus personal rights. And it reflects my views on autonomy. A person should have this sovereignty to decide what happens to their body, independent of social expectations. I agree. In the context of women's rights, it's particularly poignant. Women must have the authority to make decisions about their own bodies, especially regarding pregnancy. However, the scenario also presents the ethical tension between individual rights and potential life. How do we weigh these against each other? It's a delicate balance, but autonomy should prevail when it comes to invasive bodily demands. No one should be obliged to sustain another's life with their body if they choose not to. This thought experiment starkly illustrates the absence of consent. It's a powerful metaphor for discussing the rights of women in pregnancy. It's an empowering analogy. It asserts that a moral and physical autonomy are foundational to freedom and dignity. Throughout history, women's bodies have often been treated as vessels for others' aims. This experiment asks us to reconsider that perspective. Absolutely, it's not just about the choice in pregnancy, but about recognizing and respecting the autonomy of women universally. On this topic, in Poland, some time ago, like, I don't know, 1-2 years ago, maybe longer, I don't remember, the Polish government actually banned any kind of abortion, and people went striking on the streets and they revoked it, essentially. So I think it's a very delicate topic, I would say. It's very interesting as well topic, but very delicate.
Your kidney now shares a rather unexpected connection with the musician, setting the stage for a series of choices you might not see coming. Prepare to question the very notions of responsibility and choice, as each decision weaves its unique melody through the consequences that follow.
Okay.
Kidneys failing. Repair needed immediately. Kidney malfunction. Quick, intervene.
Okay, let's help. At least on the first one.
Bravo on aiding our musician's recovery. But the orchestra isn't quite complete. Here comes another musician. Seems like your kidneys are still in high demand. Ready for another round?
Mercy. Wheel of Music, Colorful Journey.
Kidneys in trouble. Repair them now. Oh dear. Our musician has faltered. Your hesitance to engage just might have struck the final unfortunate note.
I
in their
tried,
symphony.
but I just didn't try hard enough, actually.
Hurry! Fix the kidneys before it's too late!
This one is easier to do now. I'm gonna have more time now if it's harder. So that was unlucky.
Kidneys failing. Move fast to fix them. Remarkable, truly. Another musician walks away in better health. But I must ponder, you're not here by choice, yet your actions speak otherwise. Perhaps it's time to delve deeper into the reasons behind your choices. Let's explore your motivations, shall we? Here are some questions to consider. Question 1. True or false? You are helping the musician because you truly care about his well-being, not just because the game tells you to.
False, I guess.
Question 2. True or false? If you had a choice, you would disconnect yourself from the musician to regain your freedom.
I guess? I'm not sure, but I suppose.
Question 3. True or false? You believe that saving the musicians repeatedly will lead to a meaningful outcome in this game.
I guess.
Your truthful responses have resonated deeply with our orchestra, and they'd like to express their gratitude with a performance. Please, take a seat at this virtual concert hall. It's time for you to enjoy the harmonious thank you that your actions have inspired.
Let's go.
What have you done? This was meant to be a magical moment. You ruined the illusion with your curiosity. Enough of this. Back to the game you go.
That's fun. That's fun.
Question 1.
Oh,
True
wait,
or
it's
false?
questions. Oops.
You are helping the musician because you truly care about his well-being, not just because the game tells you to. Question 2. True or false? If you had a
Okay, I'm gonna go
question,
no for all
you
of
believe
3.
that saving the musician... I see. Perhaps our ethical dilemmas aren't as compelling as the real world's persuasive methods. Let's see if a more commercial approach could offer a clearer perspective on
Actually,
choices
what is the ending? Call for
and
journey.
consequences. Prepare for some special offers that might just change your tune. We've switched gears to a more traditional aesthetic, perfect for our next phase. Welcome to the hyper-casual experience.
Oh wait, I thought I don't even have to.
Instead of puzzles, Now we have practicality. Simply watch this ad to repair those kidneys. A more pragmatic approach, don't you think? While
Okay,
these
look,
ads flicker before
The
your eyes,
official statement
consider
of the
each one a
NYPD
mischievous
at this
sprite
point is that the
dancing across the
investigation
screen,
is ongoing.
conjuring wonders from the ether of commerce. Here, time dilates and reality bends, inviting
Allegory
you
was
to a
something of
festival of the farcical.
confirmed
I think I pressed too
Surrender
fast,
to the
but I'm not
surreal
sure.
serenade of salesmanship, where logic is optional and the spectacle reigns
Cover
supreme.
things up. I lie about it.
Okay.
That's cool though. Shout out to the creator for
But
like
don't have to
sharing their friend's game as well. That's cool. I like that. That's fun. Report on the death of Robert Evergreen. Interesting.
Look at that! The ads have worked their magic and our musician is back! It's a modern miracle of commerce and medicine, all rolled into one. Now that you've had a taste of the commercial reality,
Okay.
it's time to return.
Okay, we've got all. So. Okay, next. A tree falls. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? This is a philosophical question. It probes the nature of reality and perception, questioning whenever events exist independently of observation or require a conscious observer to be considered real. I've heard about this, I think. I've heard about this. Let us ponder a question that tugs at the fabric of perception and reality. If a tree falls in a forest with no one around, does it make a sound? A question of existence independent of observers. In our teachings, reality is deeply intervened with the awareness of those who perceive it. But does not the event itself occur regardless of a witness? Reality, I argue, is not contingent on human observation alone. Yet, if no conscious being perceives an event, can it be said to have truly happened in the way we understand reality? The essence of an event is captured not just in its happening, but in the awareness and interpretation by those who know it. That raises the question then, of the nature of truth. Is it universal or is it bound to the limitations of human understanding? But as a social beings, our understanding of the world is inevitably shaped by collective human experience. And yet, the tree falling is an act of nature. It does not cease to be simply because no human ear hears it fall. From a Confucian perspective, the sound is a relationship, a potential realized only when it meets an ear. So you argue the sound exists only in potential unless realized through perception? Precisely. Much like the virtues we cultivate, it is not enough they exist in potential. They must be realized through action and observation. Contrarily, I argue from a state of nature where the sound exists as a fact, irrespective of ears to hear it. The crux of the matter, then, seems to lie in what constitutes existence. Is it merely physical or inherently phenomenological? A sound, therefore, could be both a physical truth and a phenomenological event realized only through interaction. Indeed, perhaps it is this dual nature of reality that frames our understanding of all phenomena. Thus, our debate circles back to the essence of perception and the communal nature of understanding. And so, the tree falls silently in the forest unless we, through our collective reason and debate, grant it a voice. A fitting conclusion, it seems, then that reality and perceptions are forever intertwined, each giving meaning to the other. I disagree. I think if a tree falls and no one hears it, it still makes a sound. It's just that no one was there to hear it. To be honest.
In this little game, you'll be juggling monitors and eavesdropping on trees, all while questioning whether sounds need an audience. So, go on, test the limits of observation and reality. Just don't expect the trees to answer any of your existential questions. Don't touch that button.
Oh. I just switched it off. Oh.
Silence. this tree fell without an audience.
No.
No sound for you. This tree chose a private exit. Arrived just in time to miss it. And now it's just you and the quiet forest.
Did I miss all of
Too
them?
late. The tree's down. No soundtrack included for you. The tree's already fallen. The tree has fallen. But without our ears, does it make a sound?
Wait, so I missed on every
Another tree
single
down
one, right?
with no one to hear it. You missed the moment. Maybe a trolley ran over it? But who knows?
So what can I do now? Blue sky, white cloud. Blue sky, white cloud. Can I just switch them on and off? Okay. Oh.
You know, watching a tree is a lot like watching paint dry, except it's somehow more philosophical and involves less fumes. Meanwhile, somewhere out there, a celebrity is probably buying another absurdly expensive car that they'll drive exactly once. And did you ever wonder why we never see baby pigeons? So, when you watch, the tree does make a sound. How considerate.
Wait, so that's a blue sky, white clouds. I need to watch that one then, right? So this, there's a lot of them, if I'm being honest. Oh, how do I get this one? Okay, maybe the shape helps. It's not this one. Is it this one? Technically, no. This one doesn't have clouds. Is it this one? I have no idea. Okay, this respawned, so let's call it.
Did you know that trees can communicate with each other? Through a network of underground fungi, they can share nutrients and even send distress signals about environmental threats.
So I probably have to... Oh my days. I probably have to watch the tree on a screen that has white cloud, blue sky, as it says. I know, this one. The switching the TV off gives us something. It's this one, right? 4, yeah. So number 4 and which one? Maybe this one. Those 3, I think. Yeah, the top. Oh,
Interestingly, there's a type of tree called pando that's actually a forest of over 40,000 trees, all connected by a single root system.
that's cool.
It's considered the heaviest living organism on the planet, weighing in at about 6 million kilograms.
That's cool knowledge. Okay, I'm gonna break.
There it goes. And yes, it does make a sound.
Oh, I don't know how to do this one. Blue sky, white clouds.
While you're here watching this tree, think about this. Those icons are bouncing around on all the other screens. You can't see them right now, so do you think one might hit the corner perfectly while you're not looking? It's the classic unseen phenomenon. Does it happen if you're not there to see it?
Huh, actually, yeah. But I don't think it's about that, right? I guess I'm gonna wait a bit. Oops. It seems like I need to go to the correct screen, let's call it.
See, this is exactly why we can't have nice things. You just had to keep pushing that button. Now all we've got is this circle. Hope you're happy with your handiwork. Oh, looks like the computer decided to pull a restart.
Oh,
I always told
okay.
the game creator that using his old computer for this setup was a risky move. And here we are. Apps crashing. Oh, who am I? You thought I was the game's creator. Nope, just a philosophy major fresh out of college. Couldn't land a job. And then the game's creator needed a narrator. Now I'm stuck here, making the best of it.
We all do, we
when
all
this
do.
loading is over, just click that tree icon to get the tree monitoring app back up. And let's keep this philosophical exploration rolling.
There we go, okay. Nice.
Hey, those files aren't part of the thought experiment. That's some personal stuff you're snooping through. All right. Since you're already deep into the files, you might as well know a bit more.
Alright, this is,
This
again,
is an essay he
about-
wrote back in his freshman year of college.
Junji
The
Ito,
assignment
right?
was to write about any artist, and he chose to dive into the works of Junji Ito,
Nice.
a famous horror manga artist from Japan. This essay examines how Ito's horror narratives weave together Lovecraftian themes and the distinct. Not a fan of the details. I'll hold my tongue then.
I did that as well.
Well, if you're going to dig around, here's another thing for you. You found his high school reflection on Frankenstein, an essay that certainly won't be winning any literary awards. It's a bit of a mess, frankly. I told him not to use his old computer. Right. You're clearly not into this. Silence is golden,
I'm not
as
gonna
they
spend
say.
that much time creating on this.
That footage is from Azure, a game he made back in his freshman year of college. It's a difficult 2D platformer with an Eastern art style, inspired by Celeste. If you're curious, you can still find it on Steam. It's free to play.
Okay.
Maybe give it a try and see where he started before he got into all this philosophical game making.
I mean, that's cool.
This one's called More Than Tech, the very first game he ever made, back in 2018. He teamed up with another guy for this project. He handled the coding while his teammate took care of the art. Coding this game led to his first all-nighter, a true rite of passage for any coder. It's always interesting to see where someone started, isn't it?
I mean, it looks like a popular Flash game from back in the day, but he said he made it in 2018, so that's not it, probably.
You've discovered the opening animation for a game that never saw the light of day. He had this animated by a tremendously talented friend, aiming to give the game an extra layer of polish and appeal. It's truly impressive work, but sadly, his ambition outpaced his resources, and the project was just too grand to complete. It's a shame that such incredible artwork by an amazing artist remains tucked away in an unfinished folder. For any indie developer watching, let this be a lesson. Starting small can be wise. Build your skills and experience on manageable projects before tackling that dream game. Sometimes, the path to realizing big dreams is through perfecting the smaller steps along the way.
I'm not a developer, but I agree. Like, a lot of games, indie games that were like best or like known and stuff, were actually simpler, essentially.
Back to the trees.
Okay, we got all the endings, so we spent a lot of time on this one. Ship of Theseus. Theseus, I don't know. The ship of Theseus is a thought experiment exploring identity and change. If all parts of a ship are replaced, is it still the same ship? It raises questions about the persistence of identity amid gradual alterations, challenging our understanding of continuity and essence. I've heard about it as well. Imagine a ship that over time has each of its wooden parts replaced. When no original parts remain, is it still the same ship? A fascinating quandary. Does identity reside in the material components, or is it something more abstract? I contend that it is the form or essence of the ship that defines its identity, not merely its physical components. But consider the labor embedded in each plank and nail. The workers' contributions might shift the ship's identity over time. That is an interesting perspective. The essence, then, is dynamic, influenced by those who interact with it. Yes, and what if parts of the original ship are used to build another? Which one, if any, retains the ship's true essence? It seems the identity might also be tied to its function or purpose. A ship meant for battle or for trade? Does its use not influence what it essentially is? True, the purpose can indeed redefine the essence. The function it serves could bind the identity as much as its form. This thought experiment also reflects on us, doesn't it? Are we not like the ship, a sum of continuously replaced parts, ideas, experiences? Precisely, our identity is a continuous evolution influenced by the socioeconomic forces and our personal experiences. It's intriguing to see identity as fluid rather than fixed, influenced by both internal and external factors. And thus, just as with the ship, our own identities are not tied to the permanence of an original self, but to the ongoing process of change and growth. The material conditions of our lives, the labor and the relationships we engage in, continuously shape and reshape who we are. So it could be said that the ship of Theseus is a mirror to our own selves, reflecting the paradoxes of identity and change. I think if you change parts of the ship, it's still that ship, as long as you identify it as such. Like, if it didn't have a name, it might get lost, right? Through years, for example, I think.
Set sail on a ship destined to test the very fabric of identity, piece by piece. As obstacles strike and parts falter, your decisions will redefine what it means for something to remain truly itself. Whoa! What's this character doing here? This isn't part of the plan. We're gonna get in trouble for this. Wait, you're telling me this is public domain?
I was gonna mention that.
Okay. Carry on then. Blast! There's damage. Let's replace what we lost. A new piece. Perhaps a step toward rebirth, or merely a mask for decay. Is this continuity or change? Each segment redefines the whole. Each new component challenges our understanding of what this ship truly represents. With every replacement, are we holding onto the past or embracing a new future? Why are you doing that? Wait until the ship is hit. That's the only time to change parts. Each new part weaves into the fabric of its history. But does the original spirit endure? With each replacement, does the essence of our ship remain? Or does it transform? Is the ship still the same when its parts are no longer original? Or has it evolved? As we rebuild, one must ponder. Is it restoration? Or are we crafting a new identity? Does this new part sustain the ship's identity? or subtly alter its very essence.
I'm guessing one ending is just destroy it, a ghost ship. Let's just destroy it.
As the last original part falls away, what stands before us now is a vessel entirely reborn from change. A ghost ship, you might say, sailing not just on water, but in the liminal space between what was and what has become. Does it still carry the soul of old? Or has it found a new spirit in its transformation?
What happens if there's no pods anymore, right? That's the thing. Okay, we've got 4 left, so I think we're gonna do them this episode. It's gonna be a bit longer, but... The allegory of the cave depicts prisoners chained, perceiving shadows as reality. When freed, they discover a world of true forms, a metaphor for philosophical enlightenment. It symbolizes the journey from ignorance to knowledge and the challenges of perceiving ultimate truth. And I know this as well. They used to do it in like ancient times or something. Welcome friends, today let us discuss the allegory of the cave, a theory close to my heart. Imagine prisoners chained, knowing only shadows as their reality. Intriguing. You suggest these shadows are false knowledge then. What happens when these prisoners are freed? Plato argues that upon being freed, they confront the sun's light, the truth. It's a painful but enlightening transition. Precisely, it symbolizes our journey from ignorance to knowledge, but how do you think one handles such profound change? Transitioning from darkness to light is never simple. It's a gradual acceptance of new realities, much like integrating new mathematical truths. And it speaks volumes about the human condition. Our minds are often chained to traditional norms, much like those prisoners to their shadows. True, breaking free from societal norms can be as disorienting as moving from shadow to light. Understanding this can teach us compassion. Moreover, it shows the importance of challenging our perceptions. We, especially women, must question the shadows we are shown. Absolutely, the process of enlightenment is akin to ascending a steep and rugged ascent. Once at the top, one must descend back to the cave. And share that hard-earned knowledge, yes? It's not enough to ascend, one must also return to help illuminate the paths of others. That's the essence of education and reform. We uplift society not by hoarding knowledge, but by sharing and teaching. Indeed, and each of us has a role in challenging and changing the perceptions around us, no matter where we are. A lifelong endeavor, really. Tell me, how do you both view the role of educators in this metaphorical ascent from the cave? As an educator, I see it as guiding the hand that holds the lantern, not merely providing the light. And to ensure that the light is not too harsh or it blinds rather than leads. It's about guidance towards understanding, not dictation. Wise words. We must nurture the flame of curiosity gently and allow each to find their way out of their own cave at their pace. Yes, and as they climb, they gather tools, philosophy, science, ethics, to navigate this complex world. It's a delicate balance of empowerment and instruction. We are tasked with igniting the mind, not merely filling it. Each liberated mind then becomes a torchbearer, enlightening others. Such is the ripple effect of true knowledge. And in each discussion, we reshape the shadows into understanding, gradually brightening the collective cave of human existence.
Your journey begins anew, with an eye button at your fingertip, and a shadow that may not be what it seems. Click, observe, and perhaps question the very fabric of your perceived reality as each vision unfolds layers you might not expect. In the dim confines of this cave, you are bound. Yet a flicker of light casts a curious shadow. Recognize it? It's the silhouette of a familiar statue, a mere ghost of reality here on the wall. Keep clicking. Gather visions, and perhaps the true form behind these shadows will reveal itself.
Wait, did he make it a clicker game basically?
Ah, a plot twist. What appeared to be a symbol of freedom is but an artful depiction by those cunning shadow artists. As your visions grow, so does your grasp of reality. Or does it? Keep questioning. Keep clicking. What else might these shadows conceal?
I'm literally playing a clicker game. Okay. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. 3 per second is gonna be good, I think. Oh wait, I forgot I can upgrade my clicks as well. We're going fast now, boys. Okay, 100.
Intriguing, isn't it? Those
Ooh.
masterful artists you saw are nothing more than cleverly positioned cardboard cutouts. Each layer of vision peels back another illusion. What might you uncover next as the cave secrets continue to unravel? Keep clicking. The truth is yet to be fully lit.
150. I like this actual gameplay, let's call it. But if I press, then the second thing doesn't do anything, so...
As your visions accumulate, the stage widens, revealing that what you thought was reality is just a part of a grander performance. These cardboard cutouts, mere props on a theatrical stage. Each click exposes deeper layers of this orchestrated illusion. What role do you play in this unfolding drama? Keep clicking, for the curtain has yet to fall.
500. I don't think I have to click anymore, do I? Okay, right, okay, it's faster. It's way faster, essentially. Okay, let's go for the 500.
With each vision you gather, the scope of your world expands dramatically. Now, the theater that held your captivation is merely one building in a bustling town, each structure potentially housing its own set of staged realities. As the town stretches out before you, what truths and performances will you uncover next in this urban maze? Keep clicking, for each vision draws the map of a much larger world.
Keep clicking. 7600.
The entire town, once a vast stage of complexities, is now just a miniature. A toy, sprawled casually on the floor beside a cozy sofa. There, two individuals relax, sipping their drinks, oblivious or indifferent to the worlds at their feet. What might this suggest about perspective? About the realities we construct and believe in? Keep clicking. The scale of understanding continues to shift.
I'm just gonna wait.
As your visions continue to unfold, the reality shifts dramatically once more. The scene of two people relaxing on a sofa is itself merely an image on a television screen within a larger living room. This recursive view layers reality within realities, challenging the very essence of what you perceive as true. What deeper layers might you uncover with each subsequent click? There, at the window,
What?
a person gazes out, transfixed by a balloon that eerily mirrors their own visage.
Okay.
This haunting tableau, reminiscent of a certain iconic graphic tale of surreal horror and twisted reflections, deepens
Well,
the
that's
enigma.
Junji Ito again, though.
What strange and unsettling revelations await as you continue to click and expand your vision?
I like there's so many references to Junji Ito in this game.
The perspective broadens to the exterior of an apartment building, where you witness passerbys pointing upwards with curiosity. From this vantage, the previous scenes become part of a larger, more public spectacle. The curiosity of the onlookers further blurring the lines between private fears and public facades. What will your next vision reveal in this unfolding drama of observation and spectacle?
I'm low-key getting lost of how far we've come. Kinda.
You find yourself gazing down from space, where Earth and its moon loom large yet distant. From this celestial vantage point, the human dramas you've unfolded seem microscopic against the vast backdrop of the cosmos. The Earth, a fragile sphere suspended in the void, and the moon, its silent companion, now frame your understanding of perspective. What cosmic secrets might unfold as you continue to expand your vision from this astronomical viewpoint?
Keep clicking. He didn't say it this time. 2000.
Your gaze narrows back to the moon, revealing its complex landscapes. Far from the smooth facade once perceived from afar, among these lunar contours, a notable cave entrance beckons with a mysterious air. As you consider this lunar cave, its silent invitation seems to echo a familiar beginning. Dare you enter and see what this looped path might conclude?
3K, Jesus. So I guess it's gonna be last one soon. Like, we looping back to the cave where we started.
As you enter into the lunar cave, the surroundings shift subtly yet unmistakably back to the familiar confines of the beginning. The same chains, the same dimly lit walls, and the shadow of the statue once again on the cave's wall. This cyclical return to the start, where shadows and reality blur, suggests a deeper contemplation of perception. Here, in the echoes of the first vision, you are invited to ponder the layers of truth anew.
Nice. Okay, we've got 3 left. Tragedy of the Commons. The tragedy of the commons describes a scenario where individuals acting in self-interest deplete shared resources, leading to the detriment of the entire group. It highlights the challenge of managing and preserving common resources without regulation or cooperation. I don't think I've heard about this, but I kind of understand the concept. Considering the dilemma of a shared grazing field where each herdsman, driven by self-interest, increases their flock, thus depleting the grass. Indeed, each acting for themselves, oblivious to the collective ruin, is the very essence of the tragedy of the commons. But surely the natural goodness of humanity can find a solution. Cooperation over competition, I argue. Rasau, your optimism clashes with reality. Self-interest often blinds us to the common good. And therein lies the necessity for philosopher kings, those who can see beyond personal gain to govern the commons wisely. A tempting solution, Plato, but what of freedom? Must we be led by the enlightened few to ensure the common good? Freedom without responsibility leads to chaos. The tragedy of the commons exemplifies the need for an ethical stance towards shared resources. Ethical, yes, but also communal. My social contract speaks to this, where collective agreements manage the commons. Agreements are fragile, Rousseau. Without wisdom and virtue, they fall apart. Which is why we must transcend our immediate desires, acknowledging our interdependence. Interdependence, yes, but with the voice of the people guiding our pact, not just the elite. Ah, but who decides the common good? The masses often lack the vision. It's a dialogue, Plato, not a hierarchy. We must engage in continuous discourse to navigate our shared existence. A dynamic pact, then, evolving with our collective understanding and needs. A noble idea, but fraught with challenges. The nature of man is complex. Exactly. And it's through embracing this complexity that we find a path forward. True.
In this little farming experiment, you're equipped with a simple +1 button, a testament to your power over a patch of land and its livestock. Each click could mean the difference between a bumper crop and a bust.
+1.
More mouths to feed. Another drop, another diner.
Yo. Out of feet, because
Seems this triangle has a rather conspiratorial impact on the farm.
oh my days.
Ah, great. Now we've got a grasshopper gala.
Oi. That's GG, no?
A grasshopper invasion. Did someone hit the fast forward button on nature?
Okay, so I can speed up the grass.
Here comes the rain. Isn't it marvelous how quickly nature responds?
I'm gonna go back to 1, I think.
Hey, isn't that the goat from, you know, the viral thing on the internet?
The goat simulator, I think, the reference?
I recognize that UFO. Seems it has a taste for our farm animals this time. Welcome to the party, new friend.
I need to check the... Okay, wait. Silence, no blade of grass, overcrowded. So there
Incoming
needs to be
hungry guest.
10 as well of them.
The herd just grows.
But also no grass whatsoever.
That mysterious triangle just wiped out a chunk of the farm. Reminds me of those conspiracy theories. Look what you've done.
Okay.
This isn't a buffet where they restock the trays, you know. Ah, our extraterrestrial visitors return. Seems they're not done with us just yet. Impressive. Managing to keep
What else is that? Silence.
10 animals happy and healthy.
So I have to make them stop eating, right? So there's nothing in here. I love the sound design. I love it.
And there they go. Starved out. Perhaps a bit too enthusiastic on the +1 button.
Okay. Cool. Grandfather Paradox. The Grandfather Paradox presents a perplexing scenario where one travels back in time with the intention of murdering their own grandfather. This paradox challenges our understanding of causality and temporal consistency, probing the conflict between fluidity of time and the fixed nature of historical events. I've heard about this quite a bit, I think. Have you ever pondered the Grandfather Paradox in time travel? Imagine traveling back and attempting to alter history by murdering one of one's grandfather. A deliciously absurd notion. What becomes of the traveler if the ancestor ceases to exist before their parent is born? It presents a curious dilemma of causality. If one's grandfather were to perish prematurely by logic, the traveler should not exist to have made the journey at all. This is a paradox that challenges our understanding of time as linear and immutable. How do our choices in the present impact our past, or is it truly unchangeable? It is the ultimate affirmation of power over one's own existence. To change the past is to master fate itself. Yet does not this power also come with terrifying ethical implications? What rights do we hold over the threads of another's destiny? This speaks to the very foundation of I think, therefore I am. If I alter my past, do I not also alter the foundation of my existence? Precisely. If our existence is predicated on our history, to change that history might erase the self that sought to initiate the change. But consider the liberation in becoming unshackled from our historical chains to be able to recreate oneself anew. Yet, if each action spawns a new reality, we are forever entangled in the web of infinite potentialities, never truly mastering any. The ethical dimension remains troubling. We must ponder the responsibility that comes with such godlike powers. Yeah, there's a lot of options in this paradox, I would say. Let's see.
Time travel, paradoxes, and choices. Each step you take might rewrite the very fabric of your existence. Prepare to dive into a mission where your actions into the past hold the key to unraveling or solidifying the mystery of the grandfather paradox. You find yourself inside a sleek time machine, the hum of advanced technology surrounding you. With a flash, you're teleported into the past, stepping into a world that existed long before your own time. The mission is clear. Verify the grandfather paradox and see if altering the past can truly change the future. You've arrived at your grandpa's house, a quaint, old-fashioned home that holds the key to your mission. This is above 50 years ago, when your grandparents were still a young couple. To get inside, you'll need to choose your approach carefully. 1. Sneak in quietly through a side window. 2. Break in with force through the front door. 3. Disguise yourself as the neighbor to gain entry.
Let's try the neighbor thing.
You chose to disguise yourself as a friendly neighbor. Your grandma, recognizing the familiar face, warmly invites you in, assuming you're here for the usual poker game with Grandpa. Your clever disguise works perfectly, granting you entry into the house without raising any suspicion. Inside the house, Grandma tells you to make yourself at home, and then leaves. Now you have the chance to explore the house freely. Your options are 1. Head to the kitchen to see what's cooking. 2. Go to the study and check out the books and papers. 3. Move to the living room and see what's happening there.
Let's go to the library, I guess.
You decide to go to the study and find Grandpa reading a newspaper. He tells you to wait a moment and then he'll join you for poker. Now you have 3 options.
Oh my
1.
life, so many
Poison
options.
Grandpa's water. 2. Pet Grandpa's cat. 3. Investigate Grandpa's bookshelf.
I want to pet the cat, because why not? Meow.
You chose to pet Grandpa's cat and start walking toward it. Suddenly, you slip on a rug and fall, causing Grandpa's chair to tip over, sending him crashing to the floor. The unfortunate accident results in Grandpa's death, completing your mission in an unintended way. As Grandpa falls and reality distorts, you witness a surreal cascade of appearances and disappearances. Colors blur, objects morph, and time itself seems to ripple. When the chaos subsides, you find yourself in the study, reading the newspaper, as your grandfather. Just then, a person disguised as the neighbor walks in, mirroring the events that just transpired.
Kinda cool.
And that's the end of the story. You can choose to start over or quit to explore other thought experiments.
Okay, we
If
want
you
to go
start
again.
over, be aware it will be the same sequence of events. Make your choice and see where curiosity takes you next.
Will be the same? What? Mission failed.
You find yourself with a flat. The mission.
Okay. We can't skip here.
You've arrived at your. This is to get in 1, 2, 3.
Let's break in. What is he doing?
You chose to break in with force, relentlessly pounding on the door with a flurry of fists. Despite your efforts, the door remains stubbornly rigid. Suddenly, the door swings open and your grandmother, alarmed by the commotion, shoots you, ending your mission instantly.
Okay. Well, let's see what else is there. Just for fun.
You decide to sneak the
Okay.
noise, unfortunately.
Oops. I did not mean to press that. I like how she just has Oak ready, essentially.
You chose to
Okay, skip. So let's go somewhere else
inside
instead
the
of
now
this
1, 2,
2D.
3.
Let's go to the living room, I guess.
You go to the living room and sit on an old chair to plan your
Okay.
next step. Suddenly, the chair collapses under your weight, sending you crashing to the floor and revealing your disguise. Grandma rushes in.
Okay. So mission failed is way easier to do, essentially. So I pressed everything correct the first time. Damn. Schrodinger's cat as the last one. Schrodinger's cat is a thought experiment where a cat in a sealed box with radioactive material is simultaneously alive and dead until observed. It illustrates quantum superposition and uncertainty, challenging our understanding of reality until observation collapses the possibilities into a definite state. Have any of you heard of Schrodinger's cat? It posits a cat in a box with radioactive materials, alive and dead until observed. Yes, but isn't it primarily a concept from physics? Why should philosophers concern ourselves with such a notion? Even though it stems from physics, it challenges the very essence of observed reality, a subject deeply entrenched in metaphysical philosophy. Precisely. It's about the nature of existence. Until the box is opened, the cat's state is a blend of possibilities. It mirrors the complexity of human freedom and constraints. Let us then explore this. If the cat represents both life and death, it challenges our understanding of potentiality and actuality. And it aligns with dialectics, where contradictions exist in unity until resolved through synthesis. In essence, it's like our society, isn't it? Both corrupt and virtuous until proven otherwise by laws and actions. This uncertainty principle reflects my notion of reality, constantly unfolding and becoming, defined only through its development. I wonder, does this make reality itself a participant in its own determination, much like the observer influences the state of the cat? It raises a question about the role of the observer. Is it merely to unveil the actuality, or does the observer, by observing, create that reality? The observer is integral. Without the act of measurement or observation, reality remains unmanifested array of possibilities. This aligns with my views on the state of nature and civilization. The observer of society shapes the individual, much like observation determines the cat's fate. I see. The state of the cat, then, can be an allegory for our ethical dilemmas, constantly in flux until a moral decision actualizes one reality over another. It's a fascinating convergence of thought, Our discussion has indeed proven the philosophical weight of Schrodinger's experiment. It shows that philosophy and science are not isolated fields but interwoven with the same thread exploring the nature of reality. My throat is given up. It's hard to read at this point. But we almost finished, so...
Your task begins simply with 4 cats, 4 boxes, and notions of existence teetering on the brink of quantum uncertainty.
Flashing graphics
Each
warning.
choice spirals into possibilities where reality might just depend on what you think you know, or don't. Ensure each cat is precisely matched with its designated box. This experiment tolerates no errors. The integrity of our outcomes depends entirely on these initial conditions being flawlessly executed.
I'm gonna do it wrong on purpose.
Hey, I specifically mentioned each cat needs its own correct box. Because of your mistake, reality is distorting, and quantum entanglement is sending you to a parallel universe. I won't be able to reach you there. But remember this, no matter what you see, keep putting the cat into the box to return. How could you mess this up so badly?
That was on purpose. Yo, what's going on? Did I hit it? Okay. It's kind of freaky, actually.
Hey, you're back. But look at this mess. The reality is glitchy because of your actions. You really need to get each cat into the correct box this time to fix things properly.
Okay, I will.
Let's sort this out. Okay.
Okay, the white, this one, stripe, and this.
That's more like it. Every cat is in its proper place, and reality has restored itself. Well done in correcting the mistake.
Okay.
By revealing yes or no, we're focusing more on the decision process than on the dramatic outcomes. Quite the philosophical pivot.
Well, so one of them survived? Wait, what's the third ending, by the way? What? Okay.
In another quantum state, these cats are probably making us do the experiments.
Okay, so that's it, kinda. So I need to get the third one.
Using yes or no signs avoids the morbid curiosity of life and death.
Should I put
keeping
all of
our
them in one
experiment
box?
peacefully ambiguous.
That's what I think I should do, if I'm being honest. But let's start with the correct one. Can I not? Okay, I cannot. What if I switch like 2 of them? It's gonna be the same?
Again? Really? You just twisted reality even more by putting the cat in the wrong box. We're slipping into another parallel universe because of this. Please try to get it right next time.
Okay, maybe... Oh, okay, so I just have to do it a couple times. This... Just jumped out. Oh, nah. Are you for real? Oh! Let's go! Yes! I'm a pro.
Each return from a parallel universe only brings more glitches. Your continual errors are distorting our experiment beyond recognition. It's crucial we correct this now.
So I think I have to do it wrong again, right? That would seem correct.
This is a disaster. The wrong cat in the wrong box
I hope
has
so.
warped reality once more, sending us into chaos. Focus and correct this quickly.
Can I not correct? Okay, I have to complete the minigame, seems. So many minigames though. Like a lot of different ones. Got you.
We're in quite a mess now, and it's only getting worse. Please, I'm begging you, put each cat in the correct box this time.
No.
It's our only hope to repair reality and set things right.
You clearly actually don't want me to do it correctly.
You know what? Do as you wish. Put any cat in any box. Let's see where this takes us.
Yo. Geometry dash. No, not geometry dash, but like... Wait, have to dodge? Yo. It's trip and a half, you know. Yo. Shrooms.
Hey, you're back. You
Okay.
were gone for, I don't even know how long.
Nice.
But it felt like an eternity. I started to wonder if you had lost yourself in the deepest, most bizarre parallel universe. So strange and wild, beyond anyone's comprehension. But hey, you're back. And you know what? While you were navigating that outlandish reality, things here slowly drifted back to normal.
So we had a DMT trip or something, I guess. Okay, so that's essentially the game done. I haven't done... Oh, the drifting one, actually. Wait.
Ah, welcome. You might...
I'm assuming I have to time it or something to make it drift. I failed, okay, never mind. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be long enough, so I'm not gonna go here. Yeah, so I'm missing one star, which is the drifting one. Oh, that's fine though. So yeah, that's the Thought Experiment Simulator. Very cool game, actually. I mean, you need to like the concepts and ideas and philosophical stuff to enjoy it, I think. But it has a lot of humor. It's the developer's first game, and I can tell they are testing stuff. Like all the minigames, like all of the minigames. Like there's there's a lot. I'm not sure if that makes sense in English. But yeah, there's lots. So I wonder what game they're gonna bring next. We'll maybe check it out. We'll see. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please leave a subscription, like, and comment. Helps the channel grow. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.